Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
My name is Amaya Desai, and I'm here with Dico Belt Media. It's a pleasure and an honor to meet you both today. Thank you so much for having me. Um,
Meet you.
I've been watching Black Love since it came out, and every time that I watch it, I always learn something new. I've literally been taking notes for the past 6 seasons. So I hope that you all DVD this, USB it, something so that we can watch it later on down. Okay.
I don't know why. Okay, but I want to answer you that right away. You can watch all seasons of Black Love on the Black Love Plus app.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go, because I do have that.
Every
So
episode. Yes.
okay, amazing, amazing. So this I'm pretty sure has been like an amazing journey for you all, but what do you think has been the most joyous part about interviewing the couples?
Oh, about interviewing them. Well, first when you were first asking the question, I thought you were going to say about, the Black Love experience. And I was going to say exactly what you just said, because it's when people tell us how it's impacted them that any and all of this has been worth it because of responses like that.
Absolutely.
It means the world. And our hope was always to have an impact. But the joy for me in interviewing the couples, is excuse me, is learning. It's learning, it's feeling seen. Even when we were interviewing couples as we were engaged, we weren't married yet. It was just like looking like deer-eyed. What is it? Doe-eyed? Is that what they say?
Doe-eyed, yeah.
It was just the excitement in learning all of the ways that a marriage can look, because that's why we started. We didn't know. We hadn't seen our parents together, or grandparents, aunts and uncles, a few marriages here and there, but it was a way to see it up close and personal, and I really value that to this day.
Yeah. What about
what's your favorite part of it?
I love the way he looks at you.
I am an information junkie.
I knew you were going to say those words.
I am. I really am.
Yeah.
And so, especially in the beginning where I didn't know anything at all about marriage, being able to spend time with people who were committed, with people who figured out how to make it work, people who,
I'm just smiling.
People were just good folks who wanted to be married, and to be able to absorb information and understanding from them was pretty darn great. And then beyond that, we've made so many fantastic friends as a result of the interviews.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's been like real friends. And so that's been nice. And folks who are married, and folks who have kids, and folks who are not even a part of our marriage village, just our homies.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And so it's just that. And so I think that's been really nice.
One example is like with our couples, we, they're either friends or friends of friends or parents of friends, or somebody DM'd us. Like, we truly looked everywhere. And it's funny to say it past tense now because it's the final season, but we truly looked everywhere. And one person I found on the internet, she had a blog called Watermelon Egg Rolls, and she was living in Ohio and moving to LA, and I was so interested in their love story, and so we met for season 1 in 2016.
And we have not been able to get rid of her since.
Ashley, who was in season 1, but just like finding someone on the internet
office on Friday
that you admire, and then like meeting them and falling in love with each other, as and so
genuine connection.
They're great.
It's been a beautiful journey.
She's become one of our best friends, and they're really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. What made you when did you decide that you were going to do only 6 seasons, or did you just decide that you've gotten what you've gotten and you're ready to, I guess, move it to a new chapter?
Yeah.
See, what happened was
the
way our lives are set up.
Yes, the way our lives are set up. So we do all the interviews, excuse me, just the two of us.
Right.
Two of us.
Tommy is a talented producer, cinematographer. He understands the technical aspects of film and TV. And I'm a talented question asker, among other things. And so,
you trying to say I can't ask a question?
We went
you trying to say
into.
that I don't know how to have a conversation?
I'm not saying.
You trying to say that I'm a director?
Lord. We went into the show wanting to just have a conversation and keep it as intimate as possible. So it made sense not to have a PA, staring at people from the corner and the other crew. So it's just the two of us. We go in, we set everything up, we ask the questions and vibe and converse, and then we hug and we leave.
Hug it out. But what I also mean by the way our lives are set up is the way that Black Love Inc. is set up, and that we have so many other things that we are doing in the Black Love space that we will continue to do. And so there's blacklove.com, there's the Black Love Podcast Network, Black Love Plus app, our socials, blacklove.com, our live events, our virtual events, and all of it. So we will 100% continue with all of that. But the Black Love Doc series, we have fortunately done more than we could have ever hoped for with it. And so we will end while we are in a good place. And again, it's been a great run.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were kind of answering questions that I was going to ask inside the answer. So that's cool, because I was like, I know y'all have a Black Love, I believe it is seminar or like in LA, right? In Summit, right.
We have a women's wellness retreat called the U Retreat.
Yep.
We have, I'm forgetting stuff. We have Black Love Live, which we've done season after season. We're doing one on Wednesday, which is bringing some of our couples out to talk their relationships. Yep. We have a podcast network with 7 podcasts.
Yeah, I follow those.
And the streaming service with all seasons of Black Love and several other digital series, including shows hosted by Kev and Melissa Fredericks and Tabitha and Chance Brown. And we just out here trying to keep talking about love.
I see it. And we appreciate it. What do you think is, what would you, because, well, you guys are not dating, but like, just from your observation, what do you think is the most needed as far as when it comes to dating and relationships in 2022?
Ooh.
I don't know shit about dating in 2022.
That's your answer?
That's my answer.
Man, I read something recently.
Happily married man in 2022, and the only person I date is my wife.
You still might have an opinion about dating, even me.
Yeah, you dating your wife, I mean.
I gotta remember how you worded it. Did you say what's the most important thing to know about dating?
I don't even remember. No, it's okay. What's the most important thing you think right now that would, I guess, assist in having a healthy, committed, long-term relationship?
I mean, to recognize that it's not necessarily perfect. It's not necessarily
what's not perfect.
The meet cute. The dating, the early part of dating doesn't necessarily look how we, especially as women, like think it should. Sometimes it does, but
sometimes it's her hitting on me.
Sometimes the woman has to speak first, which is something that a lot of us swear we'll never do. Sometimes we meet somebody.
We wouldn't be here right now.
Sometimes we meet somebody.
There'd be no Black Love.
Lord.
There'd be no Black Love.
Sometimes
it's okay, being able to just have fun, and she can get.
But I'm still trying to answer her question.
And I'm having fun with my wife.
That there's a purpose. I mean, like it's not easy. And I say this as someone who's he's like, I don't know anything about dating. I have a lot of single friends, right? That there's a purpose to all of the moments. But you have to find the purpose. You have to be open. You have to continuously remind yourself not to get jaded. A good friend of ours told a story recently of going on a 3rd date with somebody that she didn't like very much, but she was like, my spirit says I should go. And he was a little late. She met somebody else, and that's her man, and they got a baby. So my point is, my point is, you never know where you're going to meet that person. And I want more of us to be open and to recognize that, like, just like everything else, we have to put in the work to find, to meet, to communicate, to speak first. and not think it's just going to show up easy. It can,
Right.
and you might want it, but just recognize that you gotta weigh that want.
Right.
All right, let me see.
Okay.
So one is to ensure that you're actually making space for somebody else, because
Good one.
you can talk about wanting to be in a relationship, but you are so set in your ways and how your life is set up, and there's no time, whether it's because of work or your routine or whatever it is, and you don't actually have the space for somebody to come in and be a real partner. Because if it's a partnership, things are going to necessarily change. And the other one, and we've said this one a number of times, and I think it's really important to use the time when you're alone to make sure that you're the best version of yourself. Because
Look at you dropping gems.
Right. After he said he didn't know anything.
bringing the best version of yourself is one of the best things you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that 110%. I appreciate that. So I have a fun question for you all. If you could pick a song to describe each other, what would you choose?
Oh my God, this should be easy.
Kenny Lattimore, Beautiful Girl.
Oh, I didn't know. I went more cerebral. Okay. I was thinking all I do is win because Tommy be like, I definitely immediately went to like rap and hip hop.
I'm not mad at that. Like, that's actually a fun combination. But I just remember that playing in The Best Man when that song was playing, and looking the way that we're looking up at her, and it's just how I've always looked.
Best Man, favorite rom-com of all time for me.
Best.
Okay, I love it. I think the whole series in itself has just been amazing to watch. I usually watch it with my mom, but I always use it for just creating conversations with people for whatever reason. I've always been in love with love, just especially Black love. So I'm always trying to find ways to bridge the gap. I've been in so many conversations with people, and I always have these conversations with men. But I just want to say thank you, because it's allowed us to have so many different conversations, debates, even arguments, but they always end in love. So I just want to say thank you for taking the time out to just bless us with something like this that we'll have for generations to come and share with other people. So thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you all today.
That means a lot. It really does.
It does. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy season 6 with your mom.
Yeah,
I will. Let's see if I don't cry this season, but I cry every season. So
I got you. Episode 6, you're gonna cry.
Okay. Well, thank you for the heads up.
5 too.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Have a great one.
Thank you.
Big old bell.